Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Kessler, and I'm here with Dr. Sandra Bicchetti. We want to welcome you to the new HeartQuest Professional Platform. Okay, and what I see on the top, there's a couple little differences here, not too many. But if you look on the top screen, you see all the icons. We have a new icon called CRI, and that stands for Cardiovascular Risk Index. And that's going to be a real valuable new platform for you. And we're going to get into that as we go deeper into some of the new features. If you look on the red zone there, we put some of the parameters, such as the comparison screen, the trending screen, the adrenal urine test, and the oxidative stress index test, all the questionnaires, the brain gauge and the BIA for figuring out the body composition, and the phase angle, and all the solutions are all on the left now. So that's just the little difference that we have here. And Dr. Bicchetti is going to tell you what you need to do to get to this platform.
So again, you'll still be using Google Chrome, and you'll notice that in the browser window, it's a little bit different as far as how you'll access it. Instead of new.hardquest-global.com, it'll be app.hardquest-global.com.
Perfect. And by the way, if you have the old system, all your patients will populate in here. So that's good to know. Dr. Bicchetti, do you want to tell them a little bit about, because not everybody, some people are new.
Sure. So there's a couple things you need to do before you can record a test on somebody. First of all, you'll see on the left, we've got the actual HeartQuest device. You will press the on-off button, and that will light up in green. The next thing you'll need to do is make sure that the cord is inserted into the end of the HeartQuest device, and that the metal pieces on the end of the cable leads are inserted into the holes on the clamps themselves, and it is screwed down tight. Now you'll notice on this version, the red lead, which is the plastic piece on the cable itself, goes on the right wrist, and the green one goes on the left wrist. It doesn't matter what color clamp you have at all. It's all determined by those plastic leads. The other thing is you want to make sure that the metal plate inside of the clamp goes on the inside of the wrist. Before you do that, you want to spray both wrists with water, just plain water, and then put the clamps on.
Perfect. So here, everything you need to know on how to navigate the HQP is next, okay? And so here we go. So if you already are a user of the HeartQuest Professional and you've been using it for a while, all you have to do is log in. But if you're a new person, you're probably going to have to put the email and come up with your password before you get in, and then you would log in.
Yeah, make sure the password is at least 8 or 9 characters. It can be anything, but it's got to be at least that long.
Perfect.
And it's case sensitive. So
Right.
make a note of it if you have to.
Yeah, that's a really good important thing there. And so again, open your browser, type in the URL the new, what would we call that? The new
The new URL, yeah,
the new URL
of the portal.
of the portal.
Yeah.
And the HeartQuest Professional login screen will appear just like you see it on the right. Enter your email and password and click login. But if you are an old time HeartQuest Professional owner, all you have to do is probably hit the login and it remembers everything. Okay, so where are my patients? So you'll see there, it says patients, real simple, right? You're going to click on that and you're going to go here, find your patient. And did you want to talk on that one a little bit? The 1, 2, 3s there?
Sure. So the first thing you'll do before you can run a test is you have to type in either their first or last name and click on Search Patient. Then when you find the person that you want to run the test on, you'll click on that View button to the right of their name.
Perfect. It's really simple. there's a couple things. Did you want to go back or?
No, you're going to address it here about
Yeah, yeah,
don't re-register person that's already
yeah,
in there.
yeah, yeah. We find that every now and then somebody registers somebody that's already in the system. So before you do anything, we like you to make sure if the patient's already in the system, do not register them again because I'll tell you why. We're going to get you to start using the trending screen. So you want to be able to trend from the beginning of the first treatment that you performed with your patient to the last because that's you're going to find that to be so valuable, the trending. But if you have two the same patient registered twice, you're not going to be able to do that and track them using trending. Anything else you want to say on that?
No, I mean you'll probably know if they're in there or not when you search on them and you find them. If you don't find them, then maybe not. You
And
may have to put them in as a new register a new patient.
okay, so that's really, really important.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to the next thing here. Okay, open the recording you want to investigate. Click a recording on the left to view the detailed results. So that's where all your cases, where your treatments are, right? Where that arrow is. Pick the one that you want to investigate, and there you go. And then, go across the icons on the top, and you can look at each of those different parameters.
I wanted to mention those three dots to the right of each where it says evening recording, and there's three dots to the right there. You can click on that and you can edit the title of that recording. So if you're doing a series of recordings to test something out, you can put the baseline when you first start, and then you can do successive changes in the title if you would like.
Perfect, perfect. And you can see that down below where I put in PVCs because that particular person has
Yeah.
PVCs, and you could add in whatever you want to add in, baseline,
Yes.
on and on and on. Okay, so this ends section one. You're in, you found your patient, you're ready for the next step. And we want to thank you, and we're going to continue.
Great.